I'm going to redo this tank.
What's this guy's name?
Pepsi.
As in the drink?
Yeah, we were drinking Pepsi at the time. We got him and we were like,
That is such a crazy story.
So crazy.
One of the
Do you want me to
craziest.
tell it again? Every other day,
Every
live
other
foods,
day,
yeah.
Cool, isn't he?
Mm.
I've got a new fondness for low tech. I think it's just more in keeping with how they would be in nature. Oh, look at that algae. That is terrible. Right, I'm turning this off.
Yeah.
Hi, Rachel.
Hello.
Thank you for inviting me into your beautiful home to see your beautiful aquascapes.
You're very welcome.
For those that don't know you, can you let people know a little bit about yourself? How long have you been in the hobby? Where are you from? That kind of thing.
Okay, so I'm in the northeast, Middlesbrough, and I have been aquascaping for about 2 years now. Starting with this tank, which was my first tank. It's taken on a different form since it first got scaped. The plants and things have changed, or some of them have.
Yeah.
The Anubis and the ferns haven't, they're original.
Are they?
Yeah, they've been in there for 2 years. That's kind of why they're a bit overgrown and massive.
And have you actually trimmed them yet at all, or?
No, well, I attempted. It didn't go very well, so you told me I have to be pretty bold and just go in and...
Should we do it now?
Rip them up. Yeah. Just destroy it on film.
Just right now. Yeah, you literally, because it'll be really firmly attached to the wood or whatever it's attached to.
Yeah.
And you can like literally peel it away. It's quite brutal. You have to really kind of tug it, but it's really tough and it's really resilient. So just don't be afraid. Peel it away from the wood, and then you'll just have the big ball of fern.
Yeah. And
then literally split it into like 2 halves and then 4 quarters until you get the size what you want.
This year is the year what I think I'm going to redo this tank.
Okay.
Take it down and...
You could.
So I might leave the ferns for now and obviously recycle them for the next scape, I think.
It's a beautiful lush scape though. CO2 injection?
It is now. That's only been running about 6 months.
Yeah, cool. Another Biomaster filter?
Yeah.
So you've got your CO2 here, you've got a Monte Carlo carpet?
Yeah, there's some Marsilia hirsuta in there and some Halantium tanninol and green.
I'm impressed it's growing with this like blocking of the light. That's really good.
Yeah, well I've only just pushed that light back to try and get some growth and some red on the stems.
Oh, the stems. That's kind of working.
Yeah, but obviously if that starts yellowing then I'll have to reevaluate that. But
we'll just get another light.
I'll just get another light, yeah.
See, we did a live stream, didn't we, on Instagram together?
Yeah.
So some people might know you already. I'll leave a link to your Instagram actually, and people can follow you on there.
Thanks.
But yeah, beautiful. So we've got Microsorum, is it narrow or the regular?
There's a mix of ferns in there, so there is a trident in there. Okay. And there is regular.
Cool. There's no algae, is there? There's not even any algae on the Anubias.
There's I'm just going to allow you to say that. Yeah, there's no algae, but no, I can't lie. If you get really close, there's little bits of algae on the edges.
See if we can find them.
Yeah, find the algae. I think that's just from the light more than anything.
Oh, look at that algae. That is terrible. Right, I'm turning this off.
Yeah.
Wait, algae on the Anubias. I think that's acceptable levels.
Yeah, well, I can't see it from where I sit, and that's fine by me.
These guppies look so cool. They're dancing around. Do you know what I really love? The way that you got the kind of light background and then the silhouetting of the guppies.
Do you know they're not supposed to be in there really, but I
actually quite think they suit it.
Well, I never
thought I'd say that about guppies.
It wasn't. It was kind of a bit of a whim when we got them. We were kind of all in the pet shop and we were like, oh, we love them, but then they were in a different tank at the time, and then I had an accident and I cracked a tank, so that's why they ended up in here. Yeah.
So you've got glassware, very nice. Twin Star B-line?
No, that's a C-line.
C-line?
Yeah, it's not. It's only a cheapish one.
A bit more fancy than the B-line, is it?
I don't know actually. I think it's the other way around.
Is it the B-line more fancy?
I think so.
Oh.
I don't know.
Let us know in the comments, what's the fanciest, the B or the C?
Yeah, debate now.
Terrarium, love it. Photonia, some ferns.
Some moss.
A bit of moss, a bit of bun moss, lovely. Tiny little light. Is this from IKEA or something? Or
it's like Home Bargains or somewhere like that.
Is it
the
acrylic
range.
Or glass?
It's glass.
Oh, no.
That did used to be a fish bowl, an aquarium. Not with fish in. I know that's a big
no-no.
Yeah.
In our community.
Yeah. But yeah, it was too much hard work to keep water changing amongst all of this stuff.
This is cute, Rachel, isn't it? This little shrimp rack. Where'd you get this shrimp rack from?
It's just
And is it safe?
yeah, each shelf holds 50 kilos. So as long as the tanks don't weigh that, it should be safe.
Well, that's 30 litres in there, 30 in there, that's 60 kilos straight away.
Shh, is it?
Yeah.
Have you just made that number up?
No, then you've got the weight of the glass. So you probably that's 70 kilos.
Oh.
But
that's my bad math, isn't it? It's held though.
Good news is they normally add 50% on.
I think it's 50 kilos. It might be more.
So let's talk through these little beauties. So you've got a shallow escape at the front, lit with a desktop lamp.
Yeah, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
And as I think I said to you before, this is kind of just...
This is your offcuts, like your kind of growing farm tank.
Yeah.
You just kind of grow in what...
Just whatever grows in there.
Stuff, yeah.
But it's kind of just taken on a little life, and there's some killies in there,
killifish in there, it's cute.
There's some babies in there as well if you're patient enough to come out.
Cool. Love it. I've got a new fondness for low tech. I think it's just more in keeping with how they would be in nature.
Yeah,
you know,
you haven't got all the fancy stuff in nature.
You wouldn't necessarily have CO2 injection and fertilisers getting pumped in nature.
It's just a different challenge, really.
There's nothing, I mean, there's no right, it's not to say it's wrong, it's just different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is beautiful. Okay. Has he got a name?
He's called Raiden.
Raiden.
Yeah.
Any reason for Raiden?
It's inspired by the game Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Raiden.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, did you ever play it on the Mega Drive?
Yeah. And he had the little cone hat thing, and he was the electric dude.
Yeah, I was more of a Street Fighter 2 guy.
Oh yeah, we played that too.
SNES. I was always Ryu.
Oh yeah.
You can. Don't even get me started on the sound effects. This is my favourite of yours, Rachel. We've already talked about this.
Yeah, I think it might be mine too.
It's got feelings of the Aquascape at Horizon.
That's exactly where I kind of got inspiration from.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. It's a beautiful scape.
Yeah, it's my favourite.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with copying other people's scapes. I think it's a compliment. And I think AD would be honoured to know that you've been inspired by his scape.
It is a stunning scape.
And have you seen the one in his hallway?
I have, yeah. Well, not in person, but
so he's done the gluing of the wood together, but on the next level.
Yeah.
And then again, all these no CO2 injection, right?
That's right. Yeah, all low tech.
You've got another better.
Yeah, this is pretty much a better rack with the exception of the top. He's my oldest one. He's called Pepsi.
I think you should do a shrimp dedicated tank.
Yeah. Well, we kind of got one over there. There's only 3 fish in it and the rest are shrimp.
Oh, okay. We'll have a look at that later. What's this guy's name?
Pepsi.
As in the drink?
Yeah, we were drinking Pepsi at the time. We got him and we were like, oh.
That is such a crazy story.
So crazy.
One of the craziest.
Do you want me to tell it again?
Did you mind? It's a bit long.
Yeah, I cut it down.
And then we've got this other one. He's called Coke.
Close. Actually, you know what? He's blue. I actually should have called him Pepsi and the other one Coke.
I've got to say, this is a really impressive Staragini growth for a low tech.
I've had to rip, so that's why that corner's a bit bare, because I ripped some out and I've put crypts in instead just to mix it up a little bit, because it was just full.
Why is it doing so well?
I don't know if it's because I've got quite soft water with it.
Yeah, it does really help plant growth in general.
I mean,
you've not even got like highlighting and it's growing so dense.
Yeah. I don't even trim it that regularly either.
Good for you, Rachel.
Thanks.
We're not all fancy.
No.
I don't even trim it.
That's going through a bit of an ugly stage because it's relatively new. It's got a bit of diatoms and melt.
Move on over to the flex. And you're flexing your Tropica Live mug as well.
Oh, so I am.
You won a contest, didn't you?
Yep.
Right,
and I won the tank as well, not from Tropica, from something different. But
let's get down here. Oh, you got the.
It's like all my winnings.
These are cute, aren't they? Oh yeah, you got your 50th catalogue.
Yeah.
So you won this tank as well.
I won the tank, yeah.
You win everything in this hobby.
Yeah.
You won the Biomaster from Horizon.
Horizon, yeah. There's 3
snail.
3 fish, but the rest is just blue shrimp. They have been having babies.
You have to apologise for the image quality because it's a bowed.
It's got a bowed front, hasn't it?
Bowed front. It is a bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's a nightmare to take pictures of. It's why I don't really take many pictures of it.
Yeah. You can just see the blue one through there.
But yeah, this is kind of the forgotten about tank in the corner. It doesn't really...
Yeah.
Doesn't take much upkeep. It's all low-tech plants and just kind of does its own thing, but I'm happy to leave it.
What sort of water changes you? So you said you spend a lot of your Saturdays maintaining the tanks.
Yeah.
And are you doing sort of 50% water change or?
On the big one, on the big 60 centimetres, like a minimum of 50, because I overdose the ferts a little bit, or at least I think I do.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get the balance reset.
Yeah.
And everything else is about 50. This one usually gets left out, and I maybe do 20 on this every now and again.
Okay.
But it's been set up for probably my second or third longest tank, so it does look after itself.
Yeah. No algae either, no nuisance algae. And horn neorites. These are great for algae control, on the rocks especially.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the shrimp there as well. Cool, isn't he?
I had to take a load of ramsons out because the shrimps were the breed, and there is a lot of babies in there if you kind of sit patiently, but I think the snails were kind of getting to the food first and they weren't.
Okay.
You see a tiny one there.
There's a baby there. There's a tiny, yeah. Look at that. Hey, he's dinky. There we go. Put your finger next to the baby so you get a sense of scale. Further, that right underneath. I'll do it, there we go.
Oh, okay. Jesus. I asked you to do one thing.
One job, Rachel. Can we look at your animals?
Yeah, you can. So this is the red-eye tree frogs.
Oh wow, how many have you got in here?
There's 3 in there, if you can spot them. I spent all this money and time planting it, and they stick to the glass most of the time.
Do they?
There's one there, and there is actually one hanging on the bromeliad at the back.
Wow. And you feed these every day, live foods?
Every other day, live foods, yeah.
Okay.
Crickets.
Beautiful.
You can...
Do you take them out to handle them at all, ever?
No, you can't. They absorb everything through the skin, so handling's a bit of a no-go. But you can see him there. I won't touch him, but he's on the edge of that plant.
He's on the edge, on the outside edge. There we are.
They are nocturnal, so they are quite boring. I love them. They are incredible to have, but they don't do very much.
They're not very interactive.
No, and obviously you can't handle them, so they are. That's why it's kind of nice to have a nice tank, because that's more what you see.
It's actually a decor, like an interior piece for your living space, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a little slice of jungle.
I love the broadleaf stuff going on.
Yeah.
This is a spatifilla, isn't it? That's peace lily.
That's peace lily, yeah. They're quite heavy-footed in a sense, like they do destroy plants, so you can't really have anything quite delicate in there.
Okay,
so
like no mosses or few.
Yeah. And whatever bugs they don't eat, they start then chewing on plants, which is why this bromeliad's got bits missing. So sometimes it's hard to.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it looks
it's
quite
a beautiful
nice
display,
in the room.
yeah. Beautiful frogs. Do you feed them in the evening then, so they get to eat in the night when they're awake?
Yeah, like whenever it's like this light goes off at about 8 o'clock, and then whenever I'm about to kind of go up for the night, I'll feed them and spray them down.
Cool. What's in here, Rachel?
She's not in there at the minute. She's out and about somewhere. I'll have to find her, but that's Rocky.
Is it Rocky the tortoise?
That's Rocky the tortoise, yeah.
Oh, I think I saw her down the road.
Oh, is that where she got to?
Yeah.
She's been walking for hours.
Thank you, Rachel. I really appreciate you showing us around.
You're welcome.
And we can let everyone know that you're going to be a guest on Tropical Live.
The secret's out.
In March.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled and you can see more of Rachel in Denmark in the Tropical Live studios.
Yeah, we're going to get our scape on.
What are you going to scape?
We're going to do a low-tech shrimp tank.
Yeah.
Is it a 60 litre?
60 litre Fluval
Spec.
spec, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like a Flex, but bigger and better.
Yeah, and without it doesn't have the curved front, does it?
I'm not a massive fan of the curved.
No, I can't say that. It's probably quite gimmicky, isn't it?
They called it the Flex because that was a trendy word when it came out. You know, when you flex and stuff.
Yeah.
And when you flex in your bicep, it bulges.
No way. Is that why they called it that?
I think so, don't you? Alice said they called it that.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if this was a fact you were telling me or...
I can say it as a fact.
Okay,
and
it's a fact.
If you say it with confidence, then people will believe it's a fact.
Okay, well, I believed it. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the bud front, but...
You know, like people talk about the notch on the phone. This is like the bulge on the aquarium.
The bulge, yeah.
Don't like the bulge.
No.
Okay, that's enough of that. Right, so we're having too much fun. Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome.
Take care, everyone. Keep on scaping.
Bye-bye.
Cheerio.